There's a war going on, the books can't escape from the team. Call the morning steam, it's time to break one for cover. That's gonna cover, that's gonna cash. Then we make the 100-yard dash to the window. I don't know what you thought. It's Ramon Scott, running so hot. Sports make money and we make money with sports money every single day. NFL, NHL, NCAA. Stay away from the juice or might play a parlay. It's the morning steam. What? Ramon Scott, sports money. What? Wake your ass up and let's get to the money. Get to the money. You know how we do it.
All right, and a pleasant good morning to you coming from the sports betting capital of the world, Las Vegas. This is Ramon Scott, and welcome to the Morning Steam Show here for Tuesday, October 14th. We're in October. That means Major League Baseball today. Big game, Dodgers, Brewers, Game 2 after a thriller yesterday. And, I don't know, something I've never seen before, getting a runner from third base thrown out at home plate on a force play when a ball went off the center field wall and wasn't caught. I guess that can happen. And then he went down and tagged third base for a double play. But in case you missed it, the other out actually happened over at first base when the batter overran the runner who was trying to run back to first base. They didn't even say that was the third out. They said it was when he went down and touched third base. They didn't see that over there. I know you guys might have saw it as it went viral a little bit overnight. And the Dodgers still came back to win. I don't know why I'm getting all excited. But other thing we didn't see before in the history of, well, at least in my lifetime, is that you had an incredible pitching performance by Blake Snell. For the first time since 1956, a pitcher faced the minimum batters in a postseason game through 8 innings. The last time was when Don Larson pitched a perfect game in the World Series in 1956 for the Yankees against the Dodgers. So that hadn't happened in a long time, and we're having a great postseason. Dodgers get the win. They're up 1-0. They ended that losing streak to Milwaukee, and it all of a sudden makes you think, forget about that 6-game thing. Dodgers got through it with a scare, right? What do? You got Blake Snell. He's over 100 pitches. You got Sasaki. Everyone says this guy's looked so incredible, and he had in the bullpen, but he came and blew it up there pretty much. And then you had Blake trying to give it away, but he got the winning strikeout, even though maybe if you could just take a little blip on the back leg, you could get a walk with the bases loaded, but it didn't go down that way, and the Dodgers win it in a thriller 2-1 last night to take a 2-1 series lead, and it was a good game, wasn't it? It was happening right during Monday Night Football. Maybe you caught my reaction. Those guys were ahead of me on the feed, and so the play was going down, and what they were describing didn't match what I was seeing. But I was behind, right? And so they had already seen a bizarre play that no one had ever seen. And then when I saw it with my own eyes, I was like, what are these guys talking about? There's an out. This ball's going off the wall. And then the play went, 8-6 to 2? Oh, man, that was incredible. But the Dodgers get the win 2-1. And Terang, though, was the batter at the plate when he could have, it's tough. You don't want to get hit with the ball. It hurts. But sometimes, you do know how to get hit with the ball. Players do know, but that back foot, it's kind of weird. I'm not going to say I know what I'm talking about. I mean, it's been a long time since I played some real hard ball. I'm just saying, if you played some baseball, you kind of know what that's like. A big sweeping curve coming up there at your back leg, maybe. So Freddie Freeman homered and doubled. His slump's over. Game 2 tonight. Mariners over the Blue Jays 10-3. Playoff Polanco 3-run home run. J-Rod 3-run home run. Naylor 3 for 4, nailing it off the wall. Toronto 1 for 42 from the third inning on in the first 2 games of the series. Seattle's bullpen's the one coming through. Game 3 is Wednesday, and 25 of the last 28 teams to win the first 2 games of a playoff series on the road have gone on to win. And they're minus about 550 right now to do it. So 25 out of 28, what's that, about 88% or something, 85%? You got to think the Mariners are going to do it. But the Blue Jays don't have a chance to come back. They're just going to have to do it on the road. But in Seattle, Toronto travels well. And we'll see on Wednesday with game number 3. All right, we were doing it last night during Monday Night Football with a twin bill, if you will, with the Falcons and the Bills. Bijan Robinson, he also turned in a historic performance, becoming just the second player in the history of primetime football games to have at least 170 yards rushing and what they say, 80 yards or 60 yards. I better get it right. I don't know if I have it right, but whatever it was, he was only the second man to do it in primetime history there. Yeah, pretty good. Bijan, he's a superstar. I'm pretty sure he's a superstar. He might not be yet that big-time superstar, but as a player, he really, I mean, we've been waiting a little bit. And, man, I mean, that touchdown from 80 yards and the Falcons beat the Bills pretty good. And Falcons won one of their biggest games in years, probably since, I remember, they beat Tampa Bay about, I think it was before the pandemic in a big game. Nearly late in the season. But Falcons got to be feeling good. Arthur Blank was probably ready to do a dance there. Bills drove down the field like ease on their first drive. Looked like it was going to be one of those games. But the Falcons outgained Buffalo 440 to 290. All right, and the nightcap was a thriller, and the Bears won it on the last play of the game. But it wasn't a Hail Mary, a dramatic Hail Mary or a improbable Hail Mary. Was a field goal by a backup kicker that did it. Game-winning field goal at the gun. And Bears drove down 36 yards. Chicago outgained Washington 380 to 320 behind Caleb Williams. Looked pretty good there again. Bears have won 3 in a row, averaging 27 points a game. And they've been forcing turnovers in those games, plus 10 in those 3 wins. Washington turned the ball over twice in the first 9 plays, and Chicago led 13-7 at halftime. And the rain came just in time, it felt like, for the for the Bears there, as maybe that kind of favored them a little bit with that rain that came down in the fourth quarter. And the Bears won at 25-24. Let me say hello to everyone in the chat. I had the Bears in that one, but other than that, I didn't think I did that well. I had the over in the late game, but I might have lost by a half a point or a point. Mostly it was 49.5 or 50 on the screen last night. I know it went to 49 at game time. But I was on the Bills in the over. We had some props on the show last night with Penix, with Zach Ertz, and a few more. Props actually went pretty well. We say hello to everyone in the chat and get things going here in Las Vegas on Tuesday. Timothy Hawk was here first. Textiles is here today. Art Tomps is back. I'm so happy. And Bobby Mack's here. Nuke is here as well. Hey, I got the game. Nuke and I got it right last night with Montreal, or yesterday afternoon on Thanksgiving. Montreal crushed Ottawa. There. Well, I had the over in the game. That was actually a loser. I was on another show and went with Montreal, and once Nuke said it in there, I think we were talking Montreal, right? Got some lots of tennis action. I laid off publicly. I mean, you got tournaments all over right now, including some qualifying going on in some of them. I'm just gonna maybe wait till we whittle it down here a little bit, but I've definitely been up watching some tennis here this morning. And they've been playing some of that crazy tennis over here, with where you played I call it crazy tennis, that different scoring system. A bit of, it's a bit of an exhibition. Joe W here, it's competition, but you know what I mean. Andrew G is ready for some football tonight, college football Sunbelt style. Hey everyone, subscribe to our channel, like it, hit it, smash it, pass it around. Sports Money here on YouTube, the fastest growing sports betting channel on YouTube. Hey, you can win free picks from me here today when you comment in the chat. just say hello or maybe make a pick on a game, and you will be eligible to win our drawing at the end of the show, where I give out a subscription to some additional plays, some additional content that I deliver throughout the day on some of the biggest sporting events. Try to give you an update here every morning on the morning steam. But if you want to get an update from me at about 30 to 60 minutes before game time in major events such as baseball, basketball, hockey, football, soccer, and tennis, as well as some other sports overnight, subscribe to my Winnable page over at winnable.com/Ramon. I have free subscriptions over there. Usually get maybe one update a day, maybe right now. But on the subscriptions over there, if you use the promo code STEAM and subscribe for 1 month at $19.95, comes out to about 53 cents a day. And you'll get more plays from me. It's like having me in your back pocket, if you can stand it. So check it out over at winnable.com/Ramon. Going to go over the previews here for today and maybe just talk a little bit what went down yesterday. I think that was it, right? I mean, really our 2 games in baseball and our 2 games in football. And we know, we were talking James Franklin on the show last night, and about my Padres. The manager, Mike Schilt, retired out of nowhere with 2 years left on his contract. There talk that maybe he wasn't feeling comfortable in the organization. Say he's going to retire, though, so got to take him at his word. But guy never had a losing season. He made the playoffs in 5 of 6 years. Pretty good. But Padres going to have to find a new manager. And Tennessee, Mike McCoy, the former Charger manager, is going to be taking over Tennessee after they fired Brian Callahan. These coaches are going down here, but not my man. Not my man. No. Hey, here's the thing about McDaniel, right? You know what? The players, they kind of like him, and everyone kind of likes him, and he's pretty good at coaching football. It's just that, I don't know, there's still something weird going on there in Miami. But, Tua talks to he's a pretty upfront dude. And we called the guys out there for not going to players-only meetings. Yeah, you might not make a lot of friends that way, but calling people out sometimes isn't the wrong thing to do. That's what I've learned. But, yeah, I think those are kind of the headlines there from yesterday. Luka's going to play today for the Lakers tonight. USA Soccer tonight against Australia in a friendly. Christian Pulisic is questionable with a sprained ankle. Kings last night lost in a shootout. Didn't have that great a night in hockey, but we did bring home some winners on the morning steam, including the Colorado Avalanche on the puck line. We also had Nashville yesterday against Ottawa. We also had the over in that Kings Wild game, and we had the under in the Mammoth and the Blackhawks. Lakers taking a bunch of steam here right now. They're up to like a 7 or 8 point favorite here at this point. I mean, really? Just because the Luka's coming back? I mean, is he going to go all out? I would think that'd be almost like a downgrade a little bit. Lakers up to 7.5 right now in tonight's game. They opened like 1.5. Then Luka was announced that he was going to play for his first game, and the spread's gone through the roof. Probably got to take the Suns on the money line. Maybe Luka will play great, and they'll be like, hey, this is his, probably his one game to really get out there and get it going. We'll talk a little basketball. We got hockey, got the 3 football games. So it should be a good show here for an hour or so with me. All right. Jerry said he had first touchdown in the game last night. D-Money, good morning. Jerry, yeah, we know what you meant, Jerry, on that anytime touchdown. Bears always going over those team totals right now. Smash the button, says 9 Legacy. All right, let's get to the baseball game today. I mean, we got the Dodgers playing against the Brewers, game number 2, and you got Yamamoto going here against Freddie Peralta. Yamamoto, I don't think he's faced the Brewers before, so maybe a little bit of a challenge there for the Brewers, maybe. He did have. That's right, he did have an outing against them. In fact, he got rocked against the Dodgers there in a short outing really got lit up pretty good. Just 7 at-bats, 4 hits, 2 a home run, 2 walks, and got pulled from the game. So get a chance here, though, on the road. Dodgers back to a favorite, despite the fact that the Brewers have won 8 of the last 9 against the Dodgers. But Yamamoto, 2.49 ERA, 1.0 whip, 186, batting average against, and a 2.48 BABIP for Freddie Peralta. 18-7 this season, 21-14 of the Brewers with Peralta on the mound. He's got a 108 whip and a 193 batting average against this season. So, look, Dodgers were able to kind of put it behind them, right? The struggles that they've had against the Brewers. I mean, maybe they were just sleepwalking through those games. Maybe they took the Brewers lightly or whatever when the game was on the line. And look, the Brewers had the bases loaded there in the bottom of the 9th inning, and then we come down to the final at-bat. So it was a good game. I mean, there's no doubt about it. So, all right, let's see what you guys have, though, in this one. If you want to make a pick in the big game today between the Dodgers and the Brewers. Let's go to the chat. And Fernando.
System play.
All right. Oh, Fernando. Okay. Chat says because they beat Golden State a few days ago with Luka. Oh, okay. I thought this was Luka's debut this season. Okay, I had that. I had the wrong. It's just that he's in the game, huh? I didn't think Luka had played yet this preseason, but maybe I'm wrong there. I thought this was going to be his debut, but you guys know better than I do. And he said he bet the Lakers in that game, expecting and they finally got a win, right? That was the tricky one where the Lakers opened 1.5 and then they were 3.5. And you're like, who's betting the Lakers? And the move was right eventually in that game. All right. And Andrew says the Dodgers betting with sweaty. Hey, Arthur, nice to see you. Arthur, you were the hero last night. You won the duck race from behind, came from behind to win the duck race. Jerry says, who beat the Dodgers, man? Nobody beats the Dodgers. Jeez, these guys are incredible. Nine Legacy says Dodgers money line. Nuke's going to take the Brewers, though, here tonight. And Nuke says, there it is, Brewers for Nukey. Man, tell you what, I mean, finally got the Dodgers down here to a manageable price, I think. I know that I was on, kind of been on the Brewers, and hey, I had them yesterday. So I remember I even said, I should just take them on the run line just in case. Because the Dodgers were a pretty big favorite there in that one at $1.50 or so. But you know what? Down to $1.25 now. That might be more in the range that I'm looking to get involved here with the Dodgers on the road. AOD, right? I can't even get fired up about the European slate here too much. Robert on the over in this one. Okay. All right. I'm going to try the Dodgers here in this one with Yamamoto. I just feel like now we're in a range. Yeah, maybe the Brewers are awesome, but these Dodgers, if I could take them at $1.25 now. All right. Jerry Jones says, Toronto, not Seattle. No, I got the Dodgers at 10 win the World Series. I think that's what he said. Thank you, Arthur. Oh, you got it, man. You know what? Everybody, if you go for a week, Arthur, I just put on some extra days on there. I just keep everyone, trying to keep everyone up there in a subscription. I mean, it's such an affordable subscription. I really just want to give you some extra plays, and it supports me here on the channel coming back. If I can make a couple of pizzas a week here on the show, giving the picks and talking to you guys, that's a pretty good week. And we got a few dozen subscribers, several dozen subscribers actually, at 50 cents a day. So, hey, I'm not leaving you guys because I'm getting wealthy here unless we click with our picks and have a good weekend. Then we get going here, pay some bills, and then maybe have some quality dinners, if you know what I mean. So that's what it's all about here, Arthur. They say, hey, if you're so good, why don't you just go bet the games? Well, you know what? There could be argued that, hey, if you really are so good, you're probably going to get limited anyways. Better to disseminate your information among a lot of people who are betting just modest money. I'm not saying I'm that good, but it's a good story. It's good. It's the way it really should be. But for me, I just like to, I think like anybody, you want to take pride in what you know and what you do. And I don't know much else in this game, in the betting game. Right? I'll be putting my last dollar on a game uh, if that ever happens. All right. I think that's going to do it for the baseball game. You guys got your pick in. And I'm going to take the Dodgers today in this one with Yamamoto. And they've got it down to a price that I can deal with here a little bit. So I got 2 futures bets left. They're Los Angeles and Milwaukee. So, well, that's just how it ended up. I don't got either of those American League teams. All right, that's it for the baseball game. Let's go to college football tonight. We're going to the Sun Belt Tuesday here tonight. Talk about these games and see what you got here in college football. 3 games on tap. So let's get into them here. New Mexico State and Liberty. Let's make sure I have these lines right too. Yeah, Liberty here, a 10-point favorite, total 46.5. It was as high as 12 at some books, but it opened mostly around this number. But still, you do have Liberty. They've won 4 of the last 5 meetings against New Mexico State, and they continue to rock at home at Williams Stadium. They've won 14 of their last 16 at home right now. We're still laying the double digits here. But the Flames really haven't been cashing the tickets lately. They have gone under in 7 of their last 8 games dating back to last season. And Liberty's kind of changed up a little bit here. They're like a defensive team. For a while they were kind of a high-flying offensive unit, but I think they've stabilized a little bit here. I think it is more about the defense, with Liberty here. New Mexico State for 9 legacy, though, says just too many points, is saying 9 legacy, I think here is intimating. But I'm going to actually go under here in this one at 46.5. I think that's kind of the way I'm looking at it. Liberty more defensive now, and I think we'll see defenses. I think we'll see some running for sure. So I'm going to go under with New Mexico State and Liberty. All right, not much from you guys there in that one. When am I breaking down? Maybe I should wait to the hockey next. Let's look at another Sun Belt game here with Arkansas State and South Alabama. Now this one's feels a little trickier with these two. You got South Alabama. They're on a 5-game losing streak here all of a sudden. They used to be good. Well, they used to be okay. They're still, I don't know, they should be better than this, but Arkansas State's been pretty competitive here lately. 4 straight meetings between these two teams have gone under, and we've seen much improved defense, it feels like, from Arkansas State over the last few games. And I think this game might even be a close game into the 4th quarter here. And I'm going to end up taking Arkansas State, I think, plus the touchdown here. It's up to 7.5 or so from an opener of 6. I understand. I mean, look, you could say, though, the moves on the 1-5 team, sometimes that's a buy sign. But when they're playing a 2-4 team, South Alabama maybe has the name, I guess. Robert took Liberty back there Liberty first half. And Terrell says, you're right. For every game, we're having football every day until November 20. Can you believe it? We love these Tuesday night games. But you know what else we love? Robert here on the under. I love that too. But what I'll add here real quick. So we're going to be watching some college football tonight. These games go up in half-hour increments. But right at the time the 3rd game starts here, we're going to have the Dana White Contender Series companion show. So please join us here tonight on the Sports Money Network at 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific. There's 6 fights tonight because remember they brought Vidal back. Remember Vidal from about 4 weeks ago? And he was Freddie Vidal. He was up there against Franco and he won with that round 3 submission. He came into the fight overweight and it was plus 360 dog, but he upset the guy. And it really wasn't a spectacular. I mean, he won as a big dog and everyone else got contracts. But as soon as the fight was over, Vidal went over to Dana White and kind of, you could see the exchange. And White said, it looked like he said to him, will you come back? If I have your back, will you come back? So maybe he'll get a second chance here and he'll be one of the fights. And there's some other guys on this card too, like Kwon Won Il of South Korea. Watch out for this guy. Comes in from one championship. And he's up against a guy from Tijuana. So good card here tonight. Join us on the Sports Money Network at 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific. Dana White's Contender Series. It's the last one of the season. So if you haven't checked that out, how it goes down. You've never seen Contender Series. Turn it on and join us. And it's a real good program. And sometimes I wonder, where they get these fighters and why some fighters get a free pass into the UFC, and maybe they're not as good as some of the contenders. But join us tonight at that time. The game that will be going off at that time. Oh, wait, Nuke's got one here. Let's go real quick with Nuke. South Alabama as well here. No, he's on South Alabama. He's laying it. I got to be honest with you. I kind of flip-flopped in the last, as I was preparing for the show within the last 90 minutes or so. And I ended up on Arkansas State. Just felt like, to me, I thought the stats and the trends do still kind of favor South Alabama. But you know what? I'm kind of like Billy Walters. Yeah, that's what I am. And I kind of, when I see a lot of expert bettors that I like on one side, sometimes that influences me to check it out a little further. And I ended up on Arkansas State. Okay. Let's go to one more here, though, tonight. And it is Florida International taking on Western Kentucky. Western Kentucky, well, they usually have a pretty good program, right? Every year. It seems like Western Kentucky puts together a pretty good season. And right now their offense is back in rhythm. And they've done pretty well against Florida International. They've won 5 of the last 6 meetings, covering 4 of their last 5 against FIU. Panthers, I think, have lost 10 straight on the road, dating back to last season. Man, that might even be all of last season and then some. I think it's 10 straight on the road, though. Losses for FIU. Unders come in 4 straight meetings, but it's down here at 56. I'm going to go with Western Kentucky and lay this big number. It is 10, and we totally missed out on any value. I mean, it was 7, 7.5, 8.5, and it's up to 10. But Western Kentucky's 5-1 right now, and Florida National is 2-3. I don't think they're awful here, but it does feel like they struggle on the road. Overs hit in 7 of the last 9 matchups between these two teams. The overs come in 7 of the last 9 matches between FIU and Western Kentucky. So it might happen again. I'm going to go with the toppers. And Nine Legacy is going to go with Arkansas State and Western Kentucky. Thanks, Nine Legacy. It's great to have you here. All right. Nuke likes the toppers as well. And Nuke had it yesterday, we said, right? With Montreal, we said that. What else did we have yesterday? Because we're done with the football here, and we'll go to hockey next. Like I said, hockey, I wasn't too thrilled. But we did have some winners in the in fact, we did pretty well. We gave out several winners here on the morning. 3 winners in basketball. Miami, Atlanta over. San Antonio plus the points. Washington Knicks over, and Dallas. Oh, 4-1. 4-1. But let's go to hockey next and take a look at our 8-game card. Nuke had he had the Jays. Yep. And I had the over there in that game. In fact, I won both plays yesterday here on the Morning Steam. We had the over with Seattle and Toronto, and we had the under in the Dodgers and Milwaukee here on the Morning Steam show. Okay, let's go to this NHL card today. There's a 8-game card, and I'm looking to make amends. There were a couple games where I don't think the pick was even close, and I was getting a little perturbed last night watching the games while watching those other games. First up, the Oilers are taking on the Rangers. Not sure about the goaltending situation in this game, but I'm going to say it's Skinner and Igor here. I think last night I was doing a show, and I think I was thinking it might be quick, but I think he was in there last game, and I did a little more research. I still am not 100% sure which way the Rangers are going to go, but it does feel like it is going to be Igor. Yeah, in fact, I'm feeling pretty confident. It's not confirmed at all, but I think it will be Igor here in this one. Igor comes in 2-1 with a 0.67 goals against so far, 97% save percentage, and he got that shutout. So you got to think that Igor here is a dog. I think has the line gone down now that it looks like it's going to be Igor? Like I said, nothing's official. In fact, I'm showing $1.40 here at some books right now with the Oilers. And yeah, I get it. Oilers won, but they won. They've lost. Rangers are, I believe, 2-2 here right now. But for me, I'm going to end up here on the Rangers at home as a dog. I think I think I'd prefer that right now with the Oilers coming across the country here at this point. I'm gonna try the Rangers here. I think in this game. The Oilers actually have owned the Rangers over the last few years. They've won 9 of the last 12 meetings between the two, and usually it's high score. Usually they come in and put up at least 3, sometimes 4 or more goals per game in the series between the two. So we'll see. Edmonton looks like everything's fine offensively. Sometimes they've had these slow starts to the season, so we'll see. I mean, we're obviously too early to tell anything. But I don't know. Rangers looking pretty good with Shesterkin, with the defense. I know they were losing a little bit at home there last year at the end, but I'm going to take the Rangers here in this one. Usually, a team comes in with some historical dominance early and a good team like Edmonton, but Igor's been hot. Let's take Igor. If he's going to be in there, I'm going to have to go with Igor. All right, Timothy, those on the Oilers. Robert's going under. Nuke's on the Rangers with me. And I agree, Nuke, they are. Maybe this will be different for the Oilers. If they could avoid a slow start, they might have a killer season. And maybe the teams are up and down here, 9 Legacy, but I think we're seeing a pretty good, feels like a pretty good matchup, doesn't it? Feels like we'll see. Maybe the jury's still out. I mean, obviously on the Rangers right now, the jury's going to be a little bit out and see what this team is going to do here this season. I don't know where you've got the Rangers here currently, but right now I got to put the Rangers probably just mid-pack. And, meanwhile, I mean, the Oilers, I don't know, probably top 10, maybe 12. I don't want to go. I mean, I know that everyone else is going to have them very, very high, but I'm going to have to see it here first. I mean, there's some other teams right now that are off to some pretty good starts. And I don't want to do the Oilers dirty like that. I'm sure they'll be better than that. Okay. Let's see here. Then 9 Legacy's high on the Rangers, see? And like I said, Vegas, I'm looking to take Vegas, but also I'm looking at Andrew says it's random, and that's what I'm kind of doing. Like to me, Dallas looks good, Florida looks good, Carolina looks good, Colorado, Seattle's looked okay. It feels like Winnipeg, St. Louis, Boston. So we'll see. There's some teams with some wins that we're like, oh, these are the teams that are winning here to start. What's wrong with Tampa Bay, right? What's wrong with Toronto? What's wrong with who else would you say has been a disappointment so far? The bad teams don't know they're bad yet. That's hockey. That's hockey. They'll figure it out. All right, I'll figure it out. I'm trying to figure it out. So I might be over adjusting here for a few days. That's right, Nuke. I might be over adjusting here for a few days, trying to pick a few winners and then let my own ratings settle out. So, I mean, I like Vegas. I mean, I was going to take a futures on Vegas, and they're obviously off to a little bit of a slow start. And Nine Legacy likes the Kings this year. You know, I mean, really disappointment. Or they came back from a 3-0 deficit, tied the game. They lost in a shootout, but all right, let's keep it going here. Lightning and Caps. And the Caps are favored in this one. I've got Vasilevsky and Logan Thompson. Yeah, I think I do. Yeah, I think I do have this as the matchup in goal here. In fact, Vasilevsky's confirmed. He's 0-2 with a 4.66 goals against so far. What's going on with Vasi so far here this season? For Tampa Bay, these guys, this Lightning and Caps, can get kind of wild, but it's been all Washington really lately. They've won 4 out of the last 5 against Tampa Bay and beat them 3 straight at home, actually. Tampa's scored some goals so far, it looks like. But Vasilevsky here, 4.67 goals against, 85.5% save percentage. Logan Thompson, maybe still Logan Thompson, 2.0 goals against, 1-1 record, 93% save percentage here. So you got to figure that Thompson here. Now, Tampa's gone over, like I said, in a few games so far, but you know how it is with Washington and that, yes, it's Logan Thompson, but it's that defensive structure at home that, remember last year, a lot of home unders it felt like, and I would think that's going to probably do it again. I think if you consider, I think if you like the under, you're probably going to be on the Caps. But I'm going to take the under here in this one. I think that aligns kind of perfectly, actually. And that's what I'm trying to do is hit the side and the total. All right, Tampa Bay money line, though, for 9 Legacy. All right, hey, I'm not going to sit here and brag. I'm trying to get a good card out there today. And I'm maneuvering it here a little bit. Jimmy, good morning. Hello. Robert's on the Lightning as well. All right. All right, you guys. Let's continue on here with the Predators are on the road. They're taking on the Leafs. And I'm showing, is that right? Is it going to be Annunen and Primu? Let's take a look here, make sure. Yep, Caden Primo in goal for Toronto and Justice Annunen. So we got a matchup of backups here a little bit today with Nashville yesterday, coming off that game there against Ottawa. Hey, we had one winner yesterday, at least with Nashville. So go with Annunen there today. And for the Leafs here, they didn't look that great against Detroit, obviously. A game ended up being a low-scoring game there yesterday with Detroit and Tampa Bay. And it turned out Toronto lost it 3-2. So let's see how you have it here. I'll give my pick in this one with Nashville and Toronto. I think I'm kind of, hey, you got the 2 backup goalies in here. I know this series has gone under 5 of the last 6 meetings under, and but I think here now with the goaltending situation is, I know the Predators are always going to play kind of tight, structured hockey on the road, but Toronto could open this up late. They are a $2 favorite in this one, and I don't know. Nashville can stay disciplined here, I think, but I'm going to go with the over in this one. You know what? If it's over, it probably favors Toronto. I actually like Nashville, I think, in the game at the price. But I'm going to go over here with Nashville and Toronto. Here comes some picks in the chat. Look at this. We've got Sonny. Let me get to these. Robert, or Nuke has Ovechkin there. Sonny says Billy Walters on Arkansas. You wonder, right? I mean, that's got to be that's his team, the Hogs. Remember Billy Walters? He always, what's your secret, Billy? What makes you different than all the other sports handicappers? What made Billy Walters so great? And I think of his quote. And look, you could be a top-down handicapper. You could be an analytical handicapper. You could be a trend handicapper. You could be one of those money's on one side, reverse line movement, move is on the other side, take that team. But Billy Walters said, for the most part, he handicaps the handicappers. How about that? You're talking about a legend, and he's not even worried about the game. All right, here's 9 Legacy. Toronto on the puck line. Roberts on the Predators. Timmy says Leafs puck line. Nuke says Leafs with a backup goalie. No, thank you. Take the Predators. Yeah, Predators got their backup in there too, but I know what you mean. Nuke. That's what we're saying. It feels like. All right, and Andrew says Primo. No. All right. I'll take over. Next up, the Kraken are taking on the Canadiens. We mentioned the Kraken, right, when we were going down the list of surprising teams so far. I don't know if they're, surprising, but I don't know where you want to put them right now. I mean, they're off to a pretty decent start here at 2-0. Montreal comes in 2-1. How about this is a sneaky game here? I think the Kraken are probably better than Toronto, actually. I mean, better than Montreal here coming in. So pretty happy Montreal's got a couple of wins here so far. But Seattle on the road, man. I got something in my eye here. Maybe sleep. So Seattle on the road, though. A little bit of an underdog here. I think that's got my attention. Seattle's also taken 2 out of the last 3 meetings against Montreal. These have been tight games. Last year, both games did go under. I don't know if it will in this one, though. The head-to-head's kind of lean under. But Montreal, the offense has looked okay here so far. The home game last out. And the Kraken looking good if Decord's in there. I mean, Decord's off to a rip-roaring start here, it feels like right now. Decord comes in with 2-0 record, 0.96 ERA, 97% save percentage. Sam's got a 2.5 goals against average with an 89.5% save percentage, and he's 1-1. I'm going to take Seattle at plus $1.25, $1.30. Let me look at the current price because I'm going to take Seattle at Montreal here. Montreal is a minus $1.50 for the most part. $1.62 at DraftKings, $1.65 on the screen. I'd probably be realistically here. What's the worst price on Seattle? $1.29 or so. So you can grade me on that. I'm going to take Seattle here in this one against Montreal. Appreciate you guys here on the Morning Steam. Yeah, Timothy does like the under in that game, though. Okay. I got some more here going with Vegas going on the road, taking on Calgary. You got Vegas here, $1.60 in this one, too. Big road favorite. Still got to go into, Calgary here. It's not always easy. Vegas comes in so far, 1-0-1, and Calgary out there right now, 1-2. Coming into this one, this is always an under between these two. 5 of the last 6 between these two in Calgary have gone under, but Calgary has been scoring pretty well so far. But Vegas as a favorite here, and that total kind of spells it out, I think. I'm starting to see some sixes, some 6-unders there. So you might be able to take some 6. I see some 5.5 overs too. Both goalies, I think the numbers are kind of elevated here. You got Hill. Let me make sure. Hill and Wolf. We don't know for sure yet, but it looks like Hill and Wolf. Hill, 3.23 goals against. Wolf, 3.98 goals against so far. They haven't been great. But, like I said, when these two teams have played in Calgary, it goes under, and I kind of want to think it will, even with these two goalies right now. Let me go to the chat. I'm not sure. I might have to go with a side. I was kind of relying on the history. I mean, you do have Western Conference teams that see each other a little more here. 9 Legacy on the Kraken. Vegas to win and go over. Don't fade young Wolf. All right. I'm going to try the under because of the little bit of series history consideration, I think, here. Yes, these goalies have been rocky so far, but we'll see with Vegas going in there as a big favorite. Timothy, though, does say over. Okay. All right, we got a few more here. Next up, we got the Wild taking on the Stars. Just saw the Wild play last night there, and they played overtime and a shootout. Now they're on the road here at Dallas. They were at home last night. Hit that plane. Asleep right now. You hope. Stars here, $1.95 with Ottinger in goal in this one. They're going to have the goalie advantage, I would think, here. But look, Gus here in this one, the steam kind of came over on this game. Right now, it's up to 6 under 15. I think we should update that a little bit. Feels like the move has gone to the over in this one. You got a series here that 5 of the last 6 meetings between these two somewhat familiar rivals have gone under, but the steam came in on the over here. And but so far, I think we've seen kind of a defensive form here, despite kind of these numbers. Man, Ottinger 2-0 with a 3.84 goals against, so maybe they are scoring here. Maybe it will be an over with Gus and Ottinger in here, allowing a combined 6.8 goals per game. I think Dallas has been going over here in a couple of these so far in those 2 games, obviously. So, okay. Man. I feel like they're going to reel it in. I mean, these 2 teams are usually an under here in this one. I'm going to take the Stars to blow them out. I'm going to take the Stars on the puck line. That's what I'm going to do. Better just do that. Minnesota played that overtime game last night. Dallas been waiting for them here. I'll take Dallas here on the puck line tonight. On the Morning Steam Show. Stars, Moneyline, 4-9 Legacy. Good morning to Jimbo in the chat.
Final.
You won, just won over Xin Yu Wang. You won over Xin Yu Wang. Okay, speaking of Yuan, great player, obviously. She's a very good player. But did you see now this might have been a viral tweet, but they said that a woman by the name of Yu had her birthday. And it is the most difficult birth. It's hard to sing happy birthday to Yu. Let me get her name right. I might even have to do a chat GPT. Yu. That's it. And it's not some random person. I mean, she is a Nobel Prize winning pharmaceutical chemist. But apparently, I know what it was. She won, I think, did she just win the Nobel Prize, or she was up for the Nobel Prize in medicine here? this year or something like that. But they said that 2UU has got to be the toughest woman in the world to sing the happy birthday song to. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Jimbo, give $5 for that shit. Thank you, Jimbo. Well, I've screwed this show up now. I don't know if anybody else is laughing, but I am. All right, I'm going to go. Let's go to the next game. Echeverry just beat Lahal. Took him 3 sets. I'll sing it again, Andrew. All right, here we go. Hurricanes and the Sharks tonight in San Jose. And Carolina's won 7 straight against San Jose. Who hasn't? Sharks, they're just like last year's Sharks. They're not doing. Actually, they have a couple of overtime losses, right? But they lost. So, but that's good. Hey, you know what? They got a couple of points here so far. Maybe we're okay with San Jose. Carolina should crush them actually here, shouldn't they? 7 of the last 9 meetings between these two have gone under, I believe. And Carolina's depth right now. How is San Jose? I know it's hockey. It might be 3-2. I don't think San Jose is going to have a chance to win. It's up to 260 here right now, and I think Carolina will probably crush them here. The total 6.5 under 20. Maybe Carolina will keep going and just keep putting the pressure on, but I'm actually going to go under here with these two. And look, it is 6.5 after all. This is the highest total of the day. 6.5 under 15, under 20. I'm going to go under with Carolina and San Jose. I don't know if Carolina's pretty good. They might win this game 5-1, 4-1, 5-1. They might win 5-1, 4-2, 5-1, 5-2, somewhere around there. Feels like a real mismatch right now. There'll be times, I'm sure, the Sharks will find some games to pull off the upset, but is it really going to be right now? So, all right, I'm going to go with the under in Carolina and San Jose. And Arthur, thank you as well for your super chat today. I remember, and Jimbo, man, thanks a lot, you guys. Make me big hero here on the Sports Money channel. All right, Nuke says it got to be 270 on the road. You got to be kidding me. I know, Nuke, right? But I think this matchup's not very good for San Jose. Got to somewhere here. One more. Penguins, Ducks. A lot of foul going on here. I was two of my favorite teams for sure. When I was a kid, I had a Penguins starter jacket. I thought I was the coolest guy. Hey, who in the school is going to have a Penguins starter jacket in Southern California? Look at me. Maybe it was because of the girl that I loved Penguins. So I'm like, oh, I'll just get a Penguins jacket. And then
final. All
right. Let me get down to business here with these two. The Penguins have won 6 of the last 8 meetings between these two. They don't meet but a couple times a year, but 3 of the last 4 have gone under between these teams. We'll see with Anaheim here so far. It hasn't been totally dreadful, 1-1, but Pittsburgh's 2-1 so far this season. And look at the goaltending here with this one. Tristan Jarry going up against Luke Dostal here. Kind of maybe favored Dostal. I think that's why they're favored in this game at $1.40 or so. He's 0-1, though, with 3.1 goals against and a 90% save percentage for Jarry. Just one start, 3 goals allowed, 92% save percentage here. So you know how it is when you get East versus West, kind of like these when you travel all the way. I don't know. I don't have any stats to prove it, but I think usually my first instinct is always under. The Steam came in on the under, and you look at the total now. It's There's some 6.5s out there, though. That's interesting, isn't it? All right. I know everybody thinks the Penguins are bad, and I'm sure they are, but they do have a couple of wins so far, and they're an underdog, and I don't know if the Ducks are any good. Let me go to the chat and see what you've got here in this one. All right. And Nine Legacy says is going to take the foul that can fly. That'd be the Ducks, right? The Penguins cannot fly because, you know what? I got my Penguins lesson on with Neil deGrasse Tyson when I was doom scrolling the other night, and told me all the evolution why penguins cannot fly and why they ended up in the bodies that they did, because they got some birds trapped up there in the Arctic waters when the birds were evolving, and they needed to get in the water before they could fly. So, man, I'm off the rails here today. All right, Ducks. Wow, man, that's amazing. The Ducks have won their opener 9 years in a row. Oh my gosh. Nuke's going to be asleep. All right, Flea, welcome. My gosh, Timothy, if the Ducks have won 9 straight home openers, they'll probably beat the Penguins here at $1.40. I actually don't like the price, but I am on the Ducks here in this one. And I'll take them even at $1.40 here. That's it for the hockey. I am going to look at the NBA here, and I did a little better in the NBA, Rob, 4-1 yesterday, and I think I've got some picks here today. Then we'll get done with the show. Pistons and Cavs here. I won't have much. I don't have much of a handicap for these. Hope that's okay. But I've been watching some of these preseason games, certainly. And here, look, Cleveland, they've struggled so far, right? 0-3 so far for Cleveland coming in the preseason. They've been giving up 125 per game so far. Detroit, meanwhile, at least has been competitive at 1-1, scoring 120 points. Detroit just looks like a little bit more interested here. They're getting the points. They're getting 5 points, maybe even more. It's gone up. 3, 4, 5 right now for Detroit. I'm going to take Detroit in this one. I think Cleveland's ready. They'll be ready for the season to start. Both defenses have been pretty weak here so far. Cleveland looks like they just want to kind of go up tempo a little bit, even though we know they're a defensive team in the regular season. All right. And next up, the Thunder taking on the Nuggets here in this one. And you got the Thunder coming in. Milwaukee's 3-0 right now. They've been solid, man. Really beating teams. Not all blowouts, but looks like Milwaukee, you kind of getting the guys in there maybe who want to play, I think is what it is. We're seeing this total go way up here right now. In fact, it's getting steamed. I would imagine it's getting steamed higher here. It got steamed lower earlier, but right now I'm just seeing it go up here to 233 at DraftKings, but still 231 at a couple of books. All right. Let's see here. Oklahoma City, they're 1-1 so far this season. They've been mixing in. They got depth. They've been resting their, not playing their superstars too much, but man, this organization's, and they're going to get only better. Milwaukee's been doing it at both ends so far here in the preseason. But and look, they're 3-0, and they're getting the points at home here. I mean, you got to like that, I would think, right now. Now, Oklahoma City, they're up to a 4.5, 5-point favorite here. So maybe they are going to run out some pretty solid lineups here tonight. That's something you got to consider, that they're that significant of a favorite here. But I got to try Milwaukee, actually. They've been efficient. They look disciplined out there. and they're winning these games so far by an average of 7.5 points. So I think I'm going to take Milwaukee over Oklahoma City. See if they keep it going here in the preseason. Nuke's just going to at least he's betting them. And Rockets and Pelicans. This one's being played in Birmingham, Alabama, with Houston favored here by 5.5 or so. All right, I guess I don't mind, but it's a pretty good matchup. Both teams come in undefeated so far in the preseason. New Orleans, the best team in the league right now, it looks like, and the talk's been about Zion and how good he looks with his new physique, his new frame. All right. Houston, they're right behind them in scoring, 131 points per game. Pelicans, though, have been doing a little bit on defense, while Houston's defense is still allowing 120 points. But New Orleans is crushing their 3 games so far, whatever. They've been averaging victory here by 22.5 points so far. So New Orleans has been crushing, to say the least, and they're getting the points here. It is in Birmingham, but I got to take New Orleans here plus the points. The steam came in on Houston in the over, but I'm going to take New Orleans. Got another one here with the Bulls taking on the Nuggets in this one. Yeah, the Bulls coming in here. Both teams are 2-1, but Chicago's games have been pretty close, actually. They've been playing in some tight games here so far, have the Bulls. Denver, they've been kind of mid, but man, this spread 8.5 here for Denver. Are they really going to go all out here? In fact, it's down to 5. It's down to 5. So I think that's actually pretty interesting. Both teams are averaging about 110 points per game allowed. That sounds like a lot, but it's actually some of the better numbers in the league because there's been such high scores so far in the preseason. I would think it's still going to be a close game, but maybe Denver here now at 5 points. Maybe there's some value here with Denver. But the Bulls are 2-1. They're playing okay. But I'm going to try Denver here at -5. The steam came in on Denver, but the move has been on the Bulls. So I don't know if I trust that. Nothing from you guys in the chat, just me making some basketball picks. Warriors and Trailblazers here in the preseason, obviously. Golden State so far, they've been shaky defensively for sure, but Portland's numbers are worse. But Portland's supposed to be ready to go here. And against Golden State, I think they're looking forward to this one. Golden State, Portland's been allowing 126 points per game. The Warriors have looked a little better right now so far. Golden State's 2-1, but I'm going to take Portland here plus 2.5 points. Portland's games so far are averaging 250 points total. You got to think this one could go well over that, over 230. It's up to 235. So just a heads up. Golden State and Portland move to the over. All right. Nuke took New Mexico State there in that game today against Liberty. And the Lakers are going to play the Suns, and this one's all the way up to 7.5 now. The big news, Luka's going to play. If Luka's going to play, I'm taking the Suns. I'm sure Luka's going to get out there and look just great, but, this still is preseason. I think, if anything, it hurts to have a guy like Luka get out there, have to get his work in, and probably not going to be totally in sync with these guys a little bit. I don't know. Was Phoenix playing with 4 guys here tonight? 7.5, and they're getting the points here, at home. Look, Luka's great. Was LeBron fixed his LeBron get his sciatica fixed or something? I'm taking Phoenix in this one. Phoenix is 2-1 so far, and I think they've looked pretty good. The Lakers are 1-2. They did win one there the other night, but the Lakers are the lowest. I believe are they the lowest scoring team? Maybe Guangzhou. Maybe Guangzhou is not outscoring the Lakers so far, but their offense is not clicking. And Phoenix, it looks like they kind of control what they want to do here in the preseason. I'm taking Phoenix over the Lakers tonight. All right, I guess that's it for the morning steam. I mean, what else can we talk about here? Like I said, there is a hefty schedule of World Cup qualifiers. In fact, Gambia is rocking Seychelles right now. I'm not selling seashells out at Seychelles, but other African games are coming up here. England taking on Latvia, Spain against Bulgaria, Georgia and Turkey in there. Israel and Italy. That was a great day yesterday. I don't know, not me to comment on War and Peace here on the show, but okay. Portugal plays today as well. And there's some CONCACAF here late night with Guatemala and El Salvador, Suriname and Panama, Bermuda and Jamaica. All right, I guess that's it for the morning steam, you guys. I think I'm out of sports. So thank you for joining me here on the show. Have a great sports betting day. And don't forget, we'll be here tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 Pacific for Dana White's Contender Series, week number 10. The last of the season. So, hey, if you want, make sure you see one more, or if you haven't seen the Contender Series before, it's pretty entertaining. I mean, you got the fights, and then at the end of the show, Dana White himself basically gives them a contract if they're, worthy of it. All right, and we'll be talking about the other action at that time of the baseball and the football and the hockey. All right, we're going to do a drawing here right now, and let's take a look at who is going to win. But first, let's hear from Mikey and our winnable team.
Hey, it's Mikey Money here, letting you know the Sports Money team is live on Winnable. Come check out our best bets.
For a low monthly cost, you get the very best bets delivered instantly to your phone by text the moment they're locked in. No delays, no missed lines, just the smartest plays at the best odds.
We do the work, you get the plays, and they're sent right to your phone right when we drop them.
Don't wait, don't guess, don't miss the line. Join the winning team today and start cashing tickets with Winnable.
All right, so when you join me over at Winnable, it kind of looks like this, right? You see me up there, and then you scroll down, and there's some free subscriptions over there. You can get some free picks from me for subscribing, get some access. I send some free picks out, or you can just subscribe here. I have kind of a little special I do, little $5 for 3 days. If you do that, I'll put 5 days on there. I'm the one who controls it at Winnable. And the plays come directly to your phone. There's also some little bit of grading that works in there. For example, there's a couple of winners here yesterday that I had on the hockey card there with under with Chicago and Utah. So it's got a win there, and Minnesota Wild there with a win. So it looks pretty cool, and does a little bit of grading here. We did have some great winners in football this past weekend too. Oh, there's my mom. Hi, Mom. There's my mom. But I lost my winnable page. Okay, there we go. Mom's been gone a while, but I'll keep her on the phone. Okay, so there's Raiders. We won with the Raiders. We won with the total in the San Francisco. We won with the Steelers, and we won with the Panthers. And then you see Apple Pay right there, $3 a day for the 5 days there, and it comes up just like that. And you do the little click like you're ordering your Taco Bell. Like last night when I went to get a steak quesadilla with no jalapeno sauce, and I put the jalapeno sauce on there. Now I'm hungry. All right, that's going to do it. Let's do the drawing here. And appreciate everybody in the chat. Nice to see R. Thompson there today. Nice to see all of you in. Let's do the drawing here and see who wins 1 month. 1 month. 1 month. of picks with me. Here we go. This is the most exciting part of the show. I know everybody waits for it. Robert, Arthur, Jimbo. It doesn't even matter about the picks. You just want to win. You want to get the confetti when you win the end here, and it goes, woo, Fernando. Hey, Fernando, I'll extend my man Fernando for a month for sure, as much as he's done for me over the years here. Thank you, Fernando, for your help and participation with me here on the show and all the shows we've done together over the years, man. You at OG. And good luck to your Brewers, man. I hope they can beat those big bad Dodgers. All right, it's going to do it for the morning steam. We'll be back tonight with the guys. Don't forget to join Mikey Money, 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 Pacific for pre-gaming. Mikey will get you ready for the primetime action with the MLB, NHL, college football, and more. And then we'll be together for UFC, Dana White's Contender Series at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 Pacific, 6 fights tonight. Those are fun. You know, I know we sit here and by the end of the card, those guys want to kill me. But nice 6-fight card. We'll have a great time, and we'll try to. I mean, look, it's not easy, the Contender Series. I'll tell you that. But if you want to check it out. So far, we do have a show on VB MMA Picks right here underneath the live tab. This week we had absolutely one of the best Contender Series analysts, I think, anywhere on the internet. I promise you, if you saw the show or just go to the live tab, even watch just for a few minutes. The guest this week was Mr. Blonde. He's really a terrific capper. He's known in the community, in the MMA handicapping community, but really with these Contender Series fights, just go and listen to him break them down. It really is good. And there's 6 fights. So check out VB MMA Picks underneath the live tab where we previewed the Dana White Contender Series show for tonight. And I'll see you then. For the Sports Money Network, I'm Ramon Scott. So long.
To the window, I don't know what you thought. It's Ramon Scott running so hot. Sports make money and we make money with sports money every single day. NFL, NHL, NCAA. Stay away from the juice or might play a parlay. It's the morning steam. What? Ramon Scott. Sports money. What? Wake your ass up and let's get to the money. Get to the money. You know how we do it.
Two you. There's two you. Two you.